All right, we'll go ahead and get started. So let's start by settling the body, finding a comfortable, stable, upright position. So keep our feet flat and our back straight, our torso open, hands in the lap, right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open. We try to avoid slouching or leaning. We let go of any tension in the body and relax into an upright posture. And we cultivate a sense of withdrawing our attention from our environment, pulling back, attending to whatever's happening around us and containing our awareness just to the body and mind. And begin to attend closely to the physical sensation of the air moving into and back out of the tip of the nostrils as a way of anchoring that awareness in the present, trying to notice as soon as possible when something other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and without judgment or frustration, lifting our attention up from that distraction and again, placing it back on the breath, trying to elongate those periods of attending to the breath without distraction. And then when the mind feels more calm, generate a broad altruistic motivation, intentionally widening our circle of concern, trying to embrace as many sentient beings as possible. Thinking that the purpose of our time is to become more and more capable of being of benefit to countless sentient beings by deepening the tendencies and the habits that give rise to a sense of peace and contentment for oneself and motivate actions that benefit others, in reducing the tendencies and the habits that cause suffering in the mind and tend to give rise to actions that harm others. Um, on Tuesday, or Monday, we contemplated the first three factors that are involved in the arising of painful states of mind. And today we'll contemplate the last three. So the next factor is our relationship with media sources, the extent to which we can get distracted or sometimes obsessed with the internet, television, thinking about what we turn toward as a distraction. How do we use the media to avoid looking at the mind? And what effects does that have on our beliefs, our views? So try to analyze your personal relationship with media sources and see if you believe that it's healthy and balanced, or if there might be an over-reliance. And are the ideas and values that are communicated? Are they supportive of your spiritual interests? So just look back and try to honestly evaluate. And if you identify some change that you think would be of value, then make a determination to move in that direction and try to focus your mind on that determination. And then the next topic for contemplation is our overt habits and patterns. We can, for example, think of what arises in meditation that serves to distract us. The habits of attachments or aversions that seem to bubble up to the surface when we try to quiet the mind. And we can think about the sensitivities that we have, the things that we find difficult to tolerate. Trying to look through our emotional reactions and see where we tend to be out of balance, where we tend to exaggerate. For some, it's a quickness to frustration and anger. For others, it's being overly attached. So we try to find what predominates, what's the starting point, in trying to find what's most disruptive. So just think back. See what patterns you can identify in your reactions that indicate some exaggeration, some lack of perspective. And then think about what kind of antidote, what kind of opposing knowledge or habit can bring that back into balance. And make a determination to learn more techniques, to apply yourself, to find ways of correcting that exaggerated state of mind. And then the last contemplation is the role of inappropriate attention. So we can think when difficult circumstances arise, do we tend to focus only on those negative aspects? Do we find that we often have certain biases? Do we find that in some situations we can be overly critical or judgmental? To what extent do we view our experiences through the lens of our ego identity, thinking, what is in this for me? In all of these ways of thinking, there's a selective attention to a small portion of a bigger picture. So try to analyze the role that that narrow, inappropriate attention has in your own life. zeroing in on small parts of a big picture and making snap decisions or judgments just on that limited set of information. And then make a determination to recognize the arising of inappropriate attention and trying to move into a wider perspective, taking into account the needs of others and all of the other factors in play. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having contemplated in this way, you've actualized that motivation and created positive energy in the mind. And think that you offer that energy for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception, thinking may it ripen in whatever ways truly beneficial for sentient beings. May it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war, conflict, poverty, famine, disease, natural disasters, any painful inner or outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve that state in order to benefit sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled, and may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.